YouTube, what's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? Tell me how you feel, how you feel, how you feel. YouTube, what's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? Hey, tell me how you feel, how you feel, how you feel.
Hello, this is Kia. You want to take my 30?
Excuse Kia taking her 30. What's going on, YouTube? I hope everybody's doing good, and I hope everyone is great. It's been a minute since I did one of these reviews, if you can't tell by the title, but that's okay, we back at it. You know, I don't know, what if I told y'all I had this weird, cool idea that I was just gonna, I don't know, watch every single episode of Pokemon? Kind of crazy, right? I don't know how many episodes it is, maybe 800, 900? I don't know. You know? Tell me, I'm listening. I'm all ears. But, you know, just like with everything, you must take the first step, and my first step is season 1 of Pokemon. Now, I don't want to hold y'all all too long, so I'm just going to get into the review real quick and give you all my thoughts on it and what I thought about the show. So let's talk about essentially, like, you know, what is Pokemon? What is it what is it that you're getting into? Well, if we bring everything down to the lowest common denominator, Pokemon is a world based off these little creatures or pocket monsters, which is actually what that Pokemon stands for. And in this world, people use them for different things, whether that's helping them around the house to clean up, helping them, you know, with their business and their entrepreneurship. But it seems like the main theme is the battling and how one trains it, or at least that's the perspective we're giving from watching this show. So season 1, we're basically following around a young boy from Pallet Town named Ash Ketchum. Ash Ketchum has a goal to be the world's greatest Pokemon master, and we watch him through his journey to achieve that goal. And that's pretty much Pokemon in a nutshell. Like I say, as the lowest common denominator, that's pretty much what it is. The theme is very simple, it's very easy to understand, and we're constantly reminded of this goal, especially through the theme song of the show. Basically, the characters, like I say, Ash Ketchum, Ash Ketchum, boy from Pallet, wants to be the world's greatest Pokemon master. Pretty simple. Throughout his journey, we meet multitude of characters who also want to be trainers, characters who also want to maybe become the world's best food Pokemon specialist. Maybe they want to be the world's greatest Pokemon chef. There's a boatload of characters throughout this show. Alright, so I'm just going to get to the nitty gritty and tell you the good, the bad, and I'll just give you the rating and I'll let you all go for today. So, good things about the show. 1, story is very simple, very easy to follow, but it's not the end all be all, because there's going to be things that happens through Ash's journey where he has to make a decision to where he does this or he doesn't. Is this going to help him towards his goal or is not? Ash is also a character that's very ambitious, if that's the word I'm looking for. Like, he's a nice, solid character, and he never forgets what he wants. Through his successes, through his failures, Ash is a cool character, and you know, the story to me is very solid, very simple. The 2, there's, like I said earlier, there's a ton of characters that you're going to meet. Some trainers, some herbalists, some rich, some poor, some trying to gyp you, some everything. All type of trainers and people are in the show, and I think that's very important because, you know, we see Ash's point of view of the Pokemon, but we also see the point of view of somebody who can care less about a Pokemon and his feelings, and it's all about them. Or you have somebody who's obsessed with, like, you know, dressing up and imitating, and you see they're taking their love on Pokemon. And you have a scientist, and you see his taking his love on Pokemon, and it's so cool because you see so many characters with all these different points of views, and it almost kind of makes it seem realistic with the amount of different ideas and the different type of characters and different type of loves and for these pocket monsters and their ideas on it. It's very good. You even have, Ash's rival Gary, who's, somebody who he's chasing and who he want to be better than. But characters, it's a ton of it, and I think that's a good thing. Now, on to the bad. I think some of the worst things about the show, the main thing will probably be the pacing. So the pacing is a little weird in certain areas of the show. Prime example, like I said earlier, a lot of the Pokemon thing is about battling and training. So another way a trainer can see where he's at is he goes to the Indigo Plateau. How do he get to the Indigo Plateau? Well, in order to even enter the Indigo Plateau to fight against other strong trainers, you have to beat 8 gym leaders, and you have to get their badges and show the badge to the Indigo Plateau person or whatever like that to show that you got in. By doing so, you can see kind of where you stand at. So with that being the main thing, we know Ash is going to get 8 badges. I would say he probably gets like 3 of them relatively quickly. I could be wrong, but I want to say in approximately like the first maybe 10-15, they come real quick. The first three badges. I kind of want to say like 4 badges, but I honestly not entirely sure. But he get them relatively quickly. After that, it seems like the show is filled with like a lot of filler, and I don't mind filler too much, especially in a show like this, because like I say, you get a lot of characters and you see a lot of different point of views on how they view Pokemon. But since we're always reminded of what the main goal is and what Ash wants to accomplish, it can kind of seem drawn out sometimes when we have to wait 10 episodes again till he get 1 badge or something like that. Just using that for an example. Especially towards the end, I forget which 2 badges he's getting to, or maybe it's the Indigo Plateau, him getting to the Indigo Plateau. But it seems like there's a lot of filler, and it's like, come on, like we got through the first half so quickly, and now the rest of it is drawn out. So all in all, just in this review, and I'm going to say this: Pokemon that I watched the first season is good, but it's not without a few of its shortcomings. However, I enjoyed this. I'm not the biggest Pokemon fan, but after watching season 1, it's a show that I think people should at least just give a chance. Just give it a chance. If you don't like it, that's cool. If you do like it, that's cool too. But it's one of the things that I think it's good, man. It's very good. It's very good. For everything that it has to offer, everything that it did, it's a good show. So, when it's all said and done, all in all, I'm going to give Pokemon Season 1 A-.